Chris is one of over 22,000 independent dealers that NextGear Capital proudly supports with customized floor planning solutions. Since every dealer sees success differently, NextGear Capital tailors their options to fit your individual needs.
This is Automotive Industry News.
Hi, I'm Amy Cook, and welcome to this week's edition of Automotive Industry News. Porsche takes the lead in our top stories with an unconventional lap record and a bizarre end to a historic auction. And it's almost time to make your voice heard in Washington. But first, for almost 20 years, an NAIDA Certified Master Dealer has been the premier training program for independent vehicle dealers, offering proven techniques and strategies in sales, inventory acquisition and management, hiring and managing staff, marketing and advertising, and much more, to make your dealership the most efficient and profitable operation it can be. And now it's even better. The next session of the intense 3-day Dealer Academy will include a new retooled accounting curriculum created in conjunction with Clifton Larson Allen, featuring an emphasis on financial statements and fraud prevention. And Lawson Owen of Proactive Dealer Solutions, the industry's largest BDC trainer, will lead a new session on operating your business development center. CMD is the most comprehensive and effective training available in the independent space, and its alumni include many of the nation's top dealers. Among them is 2019 NAIDA National Quality Dealer Otto Hahn, who's here to tell us about his CMD experience.
Hello, my name is Otto Hahn, and I own City of Cars in Troy, Michigan. So I really didn't know what to expect going to CMD class. So as most dealers, it's hard to get the few days off to get to the class. By coming down here and attending the class, I've had so many takeaways. I know my business is going to be successful. I'll know I'll be a better team leader, and everybody's going to benefit, from my team back home to myself to my customers I do business with. One of the great takeaways I took from CMD is the chain of profitability. Internal service quality is the key to the success of my company. Another great thing I took away from CMD class is the engagement that I've now learned to do with my fellow employees and all my team leaders. One of the great values is learning to use the simulator through CMD class. This not only helps me forecast my future of sales, it also shows how many units I should keep in stock. It's a great tool and really help our future.
Your next chance to become a certified master dealer is coming up October 23rd through the 25th in Dallas. For more information or to register, visit NAIDACMD.com. We'll be right back.
Since I've been using NextGear, the only regret we have, we didn't do this years ago. We're getting more vehicles, in return more customers, which is bringing in more money. And that's what this is all about.
During a film shoot at the unfinished Gotland Ring in Sweden, German race driver Tim Schrick blasted a stock Porsche Cayenne Turbo SE Hybrid with standard road tires around the twisting course in an impressive time of 3 minutes and 51 seconds, even though more than half of the 4.6-mile track is still just dirt and gravel. automotive news in a moment.
Since I've been using NextGear, the only regret we have, we didn't do this years ago. We're getting more vehicles, in return more customers, which is bringing in more money. And that's what this is all about.
There was history for sale at the RM Sotheby's auction 3 weeks ago in Monterey, California. Among the vehicles up for bid was a true one-of-a-kind car, the only surviving 1939 Porsche Type 64, the very first car bearing the Porsche name, created and driven by Ferdinand Porsche himself. Car collectors and history buffs were buzzing over the vehicle, which looks something like a cross between a Volkswagen Beetle and a Porsche 911. And that buzz grew when auctioneer Martin Tenholder announced the bidding would start at $30 million, far more than the expected selling price of $20 million. That buzz changed to cheers and gasps of astonishment when Tenholder announced a bid of $40 million, then $50 million, a total that would surpass the all-time record for an auto auction of $48.5 million set in 2018 by a 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. When the bidding hit an incredible $70 million, Tenholder looked at the room's video board and realized something was terribly wrong. It says 70, guys. It's 17. The Dutch auctioneer said, "It might be my pronunciation. We're at $17 million.
Thank you very much, Alan. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to open the bidding on this lot at $13 million. I know. 13. I know. 13 million. Are you all bidding? Are you all bidding? At $13 million. 13 million. And I have 13 million. Thank you very much. 13 million standard. $13 million. $13 million now. 13 million 500,000. 30 million 500,000 now. There's a 30 million 500,000. 30 million 40 million. 40 million. Thank you. $40 million at 40 and 500,000. 40 million 500,000 now. There's a 40 million 5. 40 $50 million. $50 million now. There's a 50 million. And he owns a $50 million now. 50 million and 500. 50 million 500,000 now. 50 million 5 now. 60 million at $60 million. 60 million. 60 million. 60 million 500,000 at 65. 60 million 500,000 dollars business at 65. At 60 million 500. 70 million. At 70 million now. At 70 million now. $70 million. $70 million now. Against you, Barney, at 70 million. At $17 million, the bid is at 70.
Wow.
17 what? It says 70, guys. It's 17. It's a bit exciting to write 70. It might be my pronunciation. We're at $17 million. The bid is at 17. 17 million. 17 million. Oh, 17 million. At $17 million again. $70 million now. 17 million.
The audience reacted with boos and shouts, and many walked out in anger. Some thought it had been a prank. Tenholder attempted to restart the bidding, but no further bids were made, and because the reserve set for the car had not been reached, no sale was transacted. Sotheby's released a statement saying, quote, "This was in no way a joke or prank on behalf of anyone at RM Sotheby's, rather an unfortunate misunderstanding amplified by excitement in the room." The statement noted, "Despite interest from discerning collectors, we were unable to reach common ground between seller and buyer on the night." The Type 64 is listed as still for sale in the auction's catalog. The most important event of the year for independent dealers and the used car industry is right around the corner. The NIADA National Policy Conference is coming up in just 2 weeks, September 23rd through the 25th in Washington, D.C. It represents your chance to make your voice heard, the voice of the independent dealer, heard in the nation's capital. The NPC lets you talk face-to-face with the legislators and regulators who make and enforce the laws, rules, and policies that impact your dealership every day. You'll hear from CFPB Director Kathy Kraninger, keynote speaker Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, and a special guest speaker from the White House. Here's NIADA CEO Steve Jordan and Senior Vice President of Legal and Government Affairs, Sean Peterson, with more.
Hey guys, good afternoon. My name is Steve Jordan. I'm the CEO of NIADA, and we're coming to you from our headquarters in Arlington, Texas. I'm here with Sean Peterson, our Senior Vice President of Legal and Government Affairs, and we want to personally invite you to attend our National Policy Conference September 23rd through the 25th in Washington, D.C. In 2013, we started this tradition of bringing a couple hundred dealers to the nation's capital to do really kind of three things. One, we lobby Congress. Two, we get updates from regulatory agencies. And three, we do the association's business. We also award the NIADA PAC Cup to the region that raises the most money for members of Congress and elected officials who are going to work on your behalf. So, Sean, I know every year we always have a couple of tricks up our sleeve, but what do we have in store for the attendees this year?
We've got a really exciting agenda that we're working on right now. We'll cover issues ranging from trade policy and tax policy, recalls, the subprime finance market. We'll hear from the FTC, CFPB, and we have a special invite out to top advisors from the president's staff in the White House. We look forward to hearing from them.
Yeah, so the issues change every year. They change every Congress, but what hasn't changed is your need to be involved to make your voice heard. For more information, go to our website, NIADAPolicyconference.com, and we'll look forward to seeing you there.
And that's all for this edition of Automotive Industry News. Thanks for watching. I'm Amy Cook.